Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about different types of pliers. I'll be explaining all about these different types of pliers and what they're used for. Believe it or not, even though these are all pliers, they all have different practical uses. At the end of the day, you can pretty much use any pair of pliers for anything. They all do a very similar job, but each one is good at a very specific type of task. Let's get right into the video. We're going to start off on one side and work our way to the other side. These ones right here, and I'm not sure of the official names, I just know what I've been taught to call them growing up through working with them. So these I have been taught to call side cutters. They're essentially a type of plier that you can see are geared towards cutting things and snipping things. So you can see they actually don't grip anything. They just have a somewhat sharp edge that is geared towards cutting things. So with these pliers, they're geared towards snipping things off, and they're quite powerful because you have this handle right here. And they're very versatile because they can cut many different materials and many different types of things. So that's the first type of plier, side cutters. Like I said, I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what I've been taught to call them, okay? I'll move those to the side. The next type of plier right here is actually an adjustable type of plier. So these are adjustable pliers, okay? Now you can see with this one, they have two different channels. So with this one right here, you have a very somewhat small adjustment, okay? It only opens and closes in a small way, but then you can actually slide them like that, and now you have a much bigger adjustment because you moved it to the other channel. So by sliding it like this, okay, you can adjust how much it's going to grip and the size of the opening right there. And to slide it, you just open it up and then slide it, okay? You can't really slide it when it's closed. You have to open it up, then slide it, just like that, okay? Very simple. The next set of pliers is actually a different type of adjustable plier. These are just a different type of adjustable plier, but I call them channel locks because of the various channels that you see here. These work in a very similar way to the ones that I just showed you, except they have a much larger variation of sizes. So you can see I can go all the way down here, which is pretty much as big as they're going to get for the most part, but then I can move it up, and these are a little bit rusty, so it's a bit harder to move them, but I can move it up and I can make them much smaller. Okay, as you can see right here. So you can adjust them to the various channels. Whichever channel you want them to be on, you can put them on that channel, and they're going to work to have that size opening. So these are extremely versatile because you can use them in pretty much any situation. Also, the angle that you're getting is different than these ones. You can see this is a direct angle, whereas this is an angle like this. So this is like straight, and this is an angle that you see right there. So very different uses, even though they're very, very similar. These are what I like to call locking pliers. Now what these do is they lock onto something, okay? So they lock on. To open them up, you push that open like that, okay? And this wheel right here allows you to tighten the opening right here. So you can see I'm tightening it, okay? You can see that gap closing, or loosen it. You can see I'm loosening it right there. I'll try and demonstrate how they work. I just have this screwdriver over here. You can really use them to grip onto anything. So I'm going to loosen them up like that. And I think I can get them to grip onto here. Might still be a little bit too tight. No, they're probably just right. So you'll see that they're going to lock on once I squeeze them. So they're locked on. See, they're not going anywhere. And to remove them, you push this little lever and they pop open like that. So as you can see, these are a locking type of plier. If you're working with something where you want to lock it in place, these are a great option. These are probably the most common type of plier that you're going to see, and these are really rusted out, so they're really hard to open up. I've been taught to call these Linesman Pliers, but essentially they're a very versatile type of plier where you have the teeth right here that can grip pretty much anything, right? And they come in various sizes. And then you also have a cutting ability right here. So you can see when I close them, okay, I'm going to keep my fingers clear of that. When I close them, just because I have to press quite hard because they're rusted out, like I said. When I close them, you have a cutting ability in there in the middle, and you also have the teeth over here. These are very, 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 very useful. And if you only had to have one set of pliers, I would recommend these because they're extremely versatile. They can pretty much do anything that all of these can do, just with limited capabilities. Lastly, but not least, are these needle nose pliers. I should have said lastly, but not leastly. I guess that would have made more sense. But we have needle nose pliers. Now, these needle nose pliers actually are great because they also have a cutting ability, but not all needle nose pliers will have the cutting ability right here. Okay, so you can see these are very, very small with regards to the tip. Okay, that allows you to do two things. Number one, it allows you to get into very tight spaces, as you can see. Number two, it allows you to get a very good grip because you have this very fine nose over here, which allows you to really grip down. These are very useful for gripping things and pulling them out. Not necessarily as useful for turning bolts or anything of that nature, nuts or bolts or anything like that, but definitely very useful for gripping things. So if you have a tight spot and you want to go ahead and reach down and grip something and pull it out, you can sort of use these to get into a very small area and grip it and pull it out. That's it. Those are the different types of pliers that I wanted to show you throughout the video. I've shown you what each of them do, and I've also told you about their uses and told you the name that I've been taught to call them. Like I said, I don't know if it's the official name, but you know what? If you call these a different name, then why don't you drop a comment below? Tell me what you call them instead of the names that I call them. I would really, really love to know the official name or what other people in other parts of the world call them. That's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.